Nick Kyrgios, the vibrant and often contentious voice in the world of tennis, shook the foundations of the sport with one bold declaration: tennis is cooked. His social media pronouncement was more than just a moment of typical Kyrgios flamboyance. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's hear your thoughts in the comments. It aligned alarmingly well with the shocking news that Iga Swiatek, a formidable force ranked among the tennis elite with 5 Grand Slam titles under her belt, had been handed a 1-month suspension for testing positive for a banned substance, trimetazidine. While fans struggled to reconcile Swiatek's shining reputation with this sudden scandal, Simona Halep, another titan of tennis and, controversially, a fellow doping case subject, breathed life into the simmering debate. Halep, carrying the weight of a 4-year suspension for a similar violation that was eventually reduced to 9 months, added her voice to the growing calls for consistency and fairness in how suspensions are administered across the sport. Her experiences underscored a stark disparity within the WTA's punitive measures, challenging the fairness of the sport's governing bodies. Iga Swiatek's positive test had come as an unwelcome surprise during a routine check before the Cincinnati Open. Fan reactions ranged from disappointment to disbelief, wrestling with how such a seasoned athlete could fall into such a predicament. Swiatek and her team argued that her consumption of the substance was likely unintentional and did not enhance her performance. However, the governing laws remained inflexible. Intent was immaterial when laws were transgressed. Meanwhile, Nick Kyrgios' incendiary remarks that tennis was spiraling into disrepute ignited further division among fans. Some rallied behind his candid observations, calling for reform and greater transparency, while others accused him of being a self-promotional provocateur who was fanning the flames rather than offering solutions. However, these issues were symptomatic of a larger debate concerning the inconsistency in how cases like Swiatek's and Halep's were treated within the overly bureaucratic world of tennis. The rationale from the International Tennis Integrity Agency, ITIA, for Swiatek's relatively light penalty was based on what they described as mitigating factors. This reasoning did not appease public opinion, with criticism reflecting a sense of frustration over the lack of transparent and unified regulations. As the debate over doping violations continued to rage, Halep's story provided a personal glimpse into the struggles athletes face when embroiled in such controversies. Her tale of resilience and eventual reduction of her suspension through an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, TAS, offered a poignant reminder of both the emotional toll and vulnerability entrenched in professional athletics. Support for Swiatek remained unshaken among her many fans, who pointed to her otherwise clean history and her contributions to the game. Many lauded her courage and press release, which was an apology to supporters and a promise to return with renewed vigor and integrity. Meanwhile, Halep continued to express determination in climbing back to her former glory, proving her resolve to battle both on and off the court. The situation raised urgent calls within the industry for reforms, clarity in anti-doping policies, and the need for consistent enforcement to restore credibility in tennis. Figures of various clout within tennis, including retired players, clamored for a fairer, more transparent system. Additionally, experts emphasized awareness around the dangerous potential for honest athletes to inadvertently ingest banned substances commonly found in everyday supplements. The narrative became increasingly complex as the cases of Swiatek and Halep spotlighted a crisis faced by the tennis authority, a need for consistent decision-making and communication to balance sportsmanship and legal fairness under a broad regulatory framework. As Swiatek's suspension loomed as a potential blemish over her illustrious career and Halep's journey to reclaim her top 10 spot persisted, the world of professional tennis faced an imperative crossroads. It called for systemic adaptations aimed at eliminating ambiguity, thus nurturing the heart of sportsmanship, something all athletes, from Kyrgios to Swiatek, could rally around, rather than contest. With new pressure on tennis authorities to address these controversies, restore faith, and ensure that the sport maintains its integrity, the path forward for tennis was cloaked in both uncertainty and opportunity for change. The futures of tennis seemed interlinked with calls for reforms that could redefine fairness, transparency, and trust, ensuring the brilliance of the sport shines untarnished in years to come. That's all for now, but there's more action coming your way, only here at Sport Bites AI. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and discuss your thoughts in the comments below.